channel, and I'd like to say thank you to all my new subscribers. If you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, go down below and hit the red subscribe and the little bell next to it. Make sure it says all, and that's it. You'll be a subscriber and you'll get a notification every time I have a new video up. I just returned from vacation. I was at the Jersey Shore. I know a couple of my subscribers said they didn't know New Jersey had a beach. New Jersey has beautiful beaches, and we were at a really nice one. I did a little video with some highlights of my vacation. It's on my channel if anybody wants to see it. So anyway, we're going to move on now to what we're making today. Did any of you know that August 6th was National Root Beer Float Day? If you didn't know, don't feel bad, because I didn't know either. I don't know who comes up with these things. I don't know who comes up with these crazy days. And before we continue, I want to say the cameraman is here with us today. And I know many of you have asked about him and you miss him. So say hello to everybody, cameraman.
Hello everybody, cameraman.
Yeah, he's back. He's here with us. I did mention to you before he had a few health issues. We're not going to go into that now. Maybe in another video, I might. But anyway, he's doing fine. He's here with us today. And do you have anything else you want to say to anyone, Mr. Cameraman?
No, Diva.
Nothing? And you've been gone so long?
No, Diva.
Oh, all right. Well, just feel free to jump in here whenever you have something to say, okay? So anyway, what I was saying is August 6th is National Root Beer Float Day. I don't know who came up with it, but apparently that's when it is. And the root beer float, I understand, originated a long time ago in a mining camp in Colorado. I won't go into the history of it because I don't want this video to be too long. But apparently, and I'm sure you all know what a root beer float is. It's a nice, cold, ice cold, frothy glass of root beer soda with a big scoop of vanilla ice cream in it. And apparently, this man at this camp, I don't know, the legend says that he was looking out in Colorado over the snowy mountains, and this thought came into his head, and he went back behind his bar. I guess he filled his mug with this root beer and put some ice cream in it, and apparently it was a big hit. So anyway, that's as much as I know about it. Used to be called a black cow. Did you know that, cameraman?
No.
No, I didn't know it either. I mean, I think maybe, I don't know, some people might still call a root beer float a black cow. But I know it as a root beer float, and I love it. So, why am I talking about root beer floats? I'm not even making a root beer float for you today. But I just wanted to bring that up because I was planning on bringing you this recipe, and then I found out it was root beer float day. So it seemed like a good time to do it. So today, we are making root beer float fudge. And it's pretty darn good. Usually disappears in a heartbeat. And since we're still into the summer, I think root beer might be, or soda might be on people's minds. So I thought root beer float day, summer, good day to make it. So should we get started? Are you ready, cameraman?
Ready, Diva.
Okay, here we go. First thing you need to do is take a 9-inch square pan, line it with aluminum foil, and then take about a teaspoon of butter and coat it with your butter. So we did that, and I'll put it aside. The next thing you're going to need is a nice size, heavy-duty pan, pot, whatever you want to call it, pot that you can put on your stove. Now, in this pot, we're going to put 3 cups of granulated sugar. That's 2 right there, and here's another one here. So we have our sugar in there, Next, we're going to put in there our 5 ounces. This is a 5-ounce can of evaporated milk. Put that right in there with the sugar. All right, we have that in. We're now going to put in 3/4 cup of butter. So I have that right here. My hands are clean. I'll get it in there. So in the pot, I have 3 cups of granulated sugar. I have my 1 small can, a 5-ounce can of evaporated milk, and I have 3/4 cup of butter. So now follow me. I'm going to head on over to the stove, and I'm going to put this on there, and I'm going to bring this to sort of a raging boil. And then I'm going to continue to stir it and cook it for about 4 minutes. So I'll meet you over at the stove. Stay tuned. As you can see in the pot, this has come to a raging boil. I've lowered the heat a little bit and I continued stirring it for a few minutes. Now the next step is I'm going to put in there 1 bag of white chocolate chip morsels. This is a full bag of it. I think it's about 12 ounces. So let me put that in. You have to continuously stir this. It's melting very quickly. And to that, I'm going to add a jar of Marshmallow Cream. I happen to be using Marshmallow Fluff, but as long as it's a Marshmallow Cream, here's my Marshmallow Fluff, it'll come out fine. And you need about 7 ounces of it. So I'm going to put this in. I'm going to keep stirring. And as soon as I'm done at the stove, I'll be right back to show you what we do next. Okay, I finished mixing everything. You do turn off the flame, turn off the oven right before you're prepared to put in your chips and your marshmallow fluff. And it should come out nice, creamy mixture like this. So what I'm going to do is in a separate bowl, I'm going to put about 1/3 of my mixture. Pot is heavy. Oh, Diva needs muscles. I think that's about 1/3. What do you think, cameraman?
That's more than 1/3.
It's more than 1/3? I don't know. There's a lot in this pot.
Okay.
Well, anyway, I put 1/3 in, and to this, I'm going to add vanilla. I'm going to add 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Okay. And I'm going to mix that up as soon as I find my spoon that I left over by the stove. So let me go get it. I'm going to mix that vanilla in there. Okay, looks good. And now to the mixture in the pot. Now this recipe calls for McCormicks. It's actually called concentrate. It's McCormicks root beer concentrate. So what I'm going to do is put 2 teaspoons of this into the remaining mixture that I have in the pot. It doesn't want to open, cameraman. I'll just do this. All right, so that's 2 teaspoons of this. Okay, this is the root beer concentrate. Putting that in. All righty. If you can't find the root beer concentrate in your stores, you can order it, obviously, from Amazon. Amazon has everything. And if you want, I'll put a link down below in the description box for you. Sometimes I can't find some of the extracts I need, so I do order them from Amazon. I actually just ordered a butter flavored one, and I have something coming up that I needed another flavor for, so I ordered them both from Amazon. All right, I'm going to take my prepared pan from earlier, and after this is mixed thoroughly, because it will turn brown from the root beer concentrate. I'm going to pour this in the pan. Okay. Righty, so here goes. That's going in the pan. And as you can see, it's a brown color now. Okay, looking good. Put this to the side. Make sure that tap it a little. It's like. And then the next thing I'm going to take is the mixture that we put aside. And I'm going to pour it on the top of my root beer mixture. I'm going to spread it along the top. There we go. So this root beer float fudge will look like a root beer float. It'll look like the root beer soda on the bottom, and it'll look like the vanilla ice cream on the top. So you can take a spatula or whatever you have, try to spread that over the top. Doesn't have to be perfect. If it's not all white, it'll just have a marble effect to it, which is good. So I'm spreading that along the top. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this in the refrigerator for about an hour until it sets. So you'll check it. If it takes a little longer, that's not a problem, but you want it to be set because right now it's not. All right. So this is going to go in the fridge now. I'll make sure I didn't leave anything in here. I want to use it all up. And I'll come back to see you when it's all set and we're ready to cut it and do a taste testing. So come on back. All right, I'm back. I went out and did a couple of errands, and it's been about 2 hours since my fudge has been in the refrigerator. So I took it out, and it kind of has like a marble effect to it. What I'm going to do is, you remember that we foil lined the pan, and then we rubbed butter on it before we started. The reason I like to do that is because you can take the foil, just as I'm doing now, and it lifts the fudge right out of the pan. So it makes it nice and easy. Now, if you buttered your pan, this fudge should come right off the aluminum foil. There you go. Move that aside. Alrighty. So now you have a nice block of fudge. This is our root beer float fudge. Now you can cut it with a knife. I like to cut it with a pizza cutter. Usually comes out good. So we'll give this a try. They tell you to cut it in maybe 1-inch squares. And in case I do forget to tell you, whatever you don't eat up, you can store in an airtight container in the refrigerator. Just put like wax paper or parchment paper between your layers. So this is ice cold. I just took it out. So let me see if this pizza cutter will run right through it. Well, I think it's a little cold. I should have let it sit for a couple minutes before I cut it. Let me see. Okay. So this is what the little babies are gonna look like. This is an end piece. So I will cut it all and put it on a platter, and I'll put a photo in the video for you to see. But right now, I want to taste this. I want to see if I have that root beer float flavor. Do you want a piece, cameraman?
Sure.
All right, I'll cut you a piece. And for those of you that are new subscribers and aren't aware of who the heck the cameraman is, it's my hubby on the other side of the camera. Yeah, he stays behind the camera. He's the elusive cameraman, right?
Correct.
So let me bite into this, see what I think. Very good. Good. creamy, very sweet. I don't have a strong root beer taste to this. Let me try again. I think it's a subtle root beer taste. But anyway, if you think you might enjoy my channel, want to see more recipes I have coming up, don't forget to smash that red subscribe button down below and hit the little bell next to it and hit all. So, oh, I almost forgot. I got to cut the cameraman a piece. You want to come over and grab one, cameraman? I will tell you though, this is a very sweet fudge. That's probably why. There you go. You're only supposed to cut it in little 1-inch squares, because if you eat too much of it, I think it'll be too sweet. So anyway, I'm happy to be back from my vacation. Glad to see you all. Don't forget, because I didn't forget, that I have a new series coming up soon, and I told you it would be in August, so keep watching. Have a great day, and love you all. Toodles!